Is Polygon or MATIC, what it used to be known, poised for a huge rally? I think so, based on what I'm seeing here on the charts, based on the fact that I still think that we're still very early in this bull cycle. I've made my reasoning on why I still think we're early in this bull cycle in my longer video today, where I talked more about Bitcoin, because Bitcoin is still the driver of this crypto market. If it has more room to pump, which I think it does, then that's very good for the altcoins. However, if it dumps, that's very bad for the altcoins. This is why I also always pay attention to Bitcoin first before trading altcoins. I will link you guys to my Bitcoin video earlier today. Make sure you guys watch that. Now, based on my reasoning that this bull cycle is still very early, the Fed has actually just started its rate cut cycle again, which is going to be very good for the altcoins, which is also one of my key points on why I think we're still early, right? That a lot of these altcoins are going to be pumping with it, okay? Like I have seen back in 2021. And I don't think Matic is going to be left behind, okay? Let me just show you what I'm seeing here on the charts here. And of course, I want to tell you guys that I am long on Bitcoin. I am long on quite a bit of the altcoins here. So my opinion on this market is bullish, but of course, these are just my opinions, like the entirety of this video, and it's not financial advice. You're going to form your own opinions and strategies. And what I'm seeing here for Matic is on this weekly time frame here. It has been on this falling wedge pattern, like a lot of these altcoins that have existed for quite some time. If you guys been following my channel, you guys would know. Why is it very important to spot these falling wedge patterns? Because for a few things, right? First of all, they are bullish patterns that has a higher chance of breaking to the upside. Now, this is a huge one here, so it could take some time to play out, right? It has been forming since February of 2023. Wow, not even 2024, but 2023. Okay, and what I'm seeing here is a falling wedge pattern, and the price target, let's just say if it breaks out by this point here, price target is going to be about almost $1.90 price target for Matic. Okay, so that is a pretty big breakout, but of course price targets are estimates only. There could be more, there could be less. Very much depends on what happens with Bitcoin. And of course, also have to mind the downside risk as well, because even though falling wedges have a higher chance of breaking to the upside, they also have a smaller chance of breaking to the downside. Nothing in this market is 100%. It's all a probabilities game. Now let's come over here to the weekly time frame. Zoom in a little bit more. There you're gonna see some resistance here that Matic is trying to get on top of, including your weekly 50 SMA that's currently at about 31 cents. Next up on this move on this time frame here, of course, you're gonna have your weekly 200 SMA. That's way above the price action here, the orange line, but that's within this falling wedge pattern. Let's take a look into a smaller time frame and see what we can be dealing with here. Smaller time frame, the daily time frame here. This is a rising wedge pattern. Rising wedge patterns are also very worthy of being paid some attention, because they tell me that there's usually going to be a breakdown. Okay, let's just say if it breaks down by here, for example, price target would be about 17.5 cents price target. Okay, there's quite a bit of support underneath Matic. So could Matic actually bounce off some of these support levels, including the daily 200 SMA, and avoid such a steep breakdown? Something to be followed up on, right? Because new data comes in, and I'm going to continue charting the charts if enough of you guys want to see it. I don't have Matic right now, but if you guys want to see it, I'll continue charting the charts for you. So make sure to drop a like, comment, subscribe if you guys want to continue seeing any more of Polygon or Matic, right? Or any other coins in this market. I'll pick a request to do for you guys on a daily basis. And I think this is it for this chart for now. So see you next time.